Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is a new Tariq spinoff. This is my theory. I think Tariq's going to survive, and he's going to end up getting a new spinoff. Now, when it comes down to it, with Tariq's character, I don't see this being the end of his story. I think that this is, his character got so much more to do. So when it comes down to it, I don't think he's going to die. Now, I don't know for sure, but he may not die. Now, why am I saying this? When it comes down to it, I really feel like Tariq and Brayden came into their own at the very end of season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost. The Tariq and Brayden we got in the very beginning of Book 2 Ghost, heck, the Tariq and Brayden from Book 1 are entirely different characters to the characters they are right now. They're true to who they are, but they're different now. So when it comes down to it, I think when they're just getting to become who they are, it wouldn't be smart to end their story right then and there. If you guys can remember, at one point, Power Book 2 Ghost was said it was going to take place in LA at one point. Heck, even Tommy's show was set to take place in LA at one point. So when it comes down to it, I think what's going to happen is Tariq and Brayden, they're going to continue, they're going to keep on going on, and they're probably going to end up in a different location outside of New York, or who knows, they may maintain New York. When it comes down to it, I think you got to remember there's stories out there about Power London, a potential spinoff. Now, me personally, I think that Obi would be the lead of that show because, it's really perfect for Obi to be the lead. But what if there's a chance that maybe Tariq and Brayden ends up in London, right? As some of you have discussed with me, and there's a chance that could happen. What if Tariq and Brayden finally does make it to LA and they do the journey that Tommy and even they were rumored to do at one point? When it comes down to it, I don't really see this being the ending of Tariq's story. If anything, this is the Tejada saga, in my opinion. I think that the Tejadas played a very big role in Power Book 2 Ghost since the very beginning. If you can remember, Mary J. Blige's character, Monet, was always meant to be somewhat of a protagonist in her own right. I just think the way things ended up playing out, she's always been a character who her presence was that of a protagonist in her own right, but then she ended up over time changing more into an antagonist character, where she would play partner with Tariq at certain moments, but then play behind his back at certain moments, because the Tejadas have stabbed Tariq in the back consistently. And with all the hell that Tariq has been through at every single season of Power Book 2 Ghost, with all the karma he's gotten back for the things that he's done, because Tariq went through hell every single season. Season 3 seems to be he got a bit of a breather. Things started going good for him, only for it to end so bad that everybody wanted him gone, even though he was the one keeping everybody together. So when it comes down to it, I do not believe that this character, who is our hero and literally the new face of the Power universe, is going to suddenly just die. Especially if you're trying to say karma for him, that wouldn't make sense to me. Because if that's the case, Tommy should have got his karma a long time ago, and he's still up and kicking. So when it comes down to it, I think there's still more to do. I just think the Tariq character that we're about to get is going to be a total change. He's going to totally shift into becoming his father, but then at the end of the day, he's not even his father's age. He's not Ghost's age at the beginning of Book 1. So at the end of the day, there's still more to go with his character. There's still more about him that needs to be discovered. And the same thing with Brayden, because Brayden recently changed. Brayden has recently become the Brayden everybody has been waiting on him to become. He's been developing into this character to the point now that we got new Brayden, we don't want new Brayden to go nowhere. So when it comes down to it, I think that it's going to end up being a new spinoff with Tariq and Brayden and some characters, whoever survives, coming along with them into this new journey. Will it continue to take place in New York? I don't know. Will it take place in London? I don't know. Or LA? I don't know. It could be anywhere. Heck, it could even be Miami, man. It could even be Atlanta. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I do think that Tariq and Brayden's story, because their story is pretty much about the both of them, will continue in a spinoff. I could be wrong, but I think that their story is definitely going to be continuing. Well, how would you guys feel about that? Do you think we're going to get another spinoff that's going to be announced at the very end of Power Book 2 Ghost that's going to feature these two as the main characters, making everybody happy? Do you think that Ghost will have a presence in this new spinoff, as we've been predicting him to return ever since the very end of Power Book 1? Do you think that it'd just be Tariq, Brayden, potentially Yasmin, potentially Tasha, anybody of that nature, or someone from Brayden's family? Or do you think everything's up in the air? We really don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. But I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And, hey, it's your boy, Bobby Beast.